Alright, this is my rabbitry. The wind is probably loud, so apologies. This is an old grain shed that I converted. Got power ran out to the side here. Heated dog water dish that I used to get exceptionally frozen water crocks thawed out with for the rabbits. Shovel, of course. Wheelbarrow. And a little cat door for our working cats. Alright. Over here are our does in 30 by 36 inch cages, 18 inches high. And then I got some extra space dog kennels down there. I keep our pellets in a sealed container for mice, to keep mice out. That one's cat food and pine shavings. This corner here is kind of my workbench / cat house. The hole you saw outside. Alright, not sure what happened there, but my video cut off. So this corner over here is my work table / cat house. So I'll flip this up. See if I can do this without making you guys nauseous. And inside here is where our barn cats live. In that little box there is also insulated with some straw in there. And a feeder, and then they have access to go outside and come and go as they wish. Watch your noggin. Good. And then I like to use old horse blankets with holes and whatnot as kind of a work table for rabbits, so they get some traction and they don't skitter away. All right. I also use watering cans to put water in each of the crocks. All right, on this side is my grow-outs and my buck. For my grow-outs, I use... Get out of there, you turkey. Get out. These are my hay feeders. It's made out of 2x2 wire, just rounded, and then the loose ends are folded over to the end. It's been working really great. I'm quite happy with them. And then these are just chunks of wood glued together with carpenter's glue, which is non-toxic to rabbits. And then I just give them boxes every now and again as play with, hidey holes and whatnot. For Canadian winters, I suggest Crocs. It's easy to knock out the water, refill. You just top up the water so you're not knocking it out every time. Then you're not worrying about frozen nipples and bottles and all that other stuff. My one doe here she's just a little one. She's only 4 pounds. She made such a mess with her hay feeder. So I'm trying something different. I just put them in today. They're hay feeders, excuse me, from the outside. And I attach them with zip ties. I go through so many zip ties for everything. These are just boot trays. I think I got them from Dollarama to catch the feces and the urine. I found these blank swipe cards from a machine that was discontinued at work, and they're just going to throw them in the garbage. So I took them home and I used dry erase marker on them, and so I know who's in the cages and what the details are on them. I did Sharpie on the cage number though, and then I got these off of eBay or Temu or something like that. And then you can use dry erase marker on the, so we know how much everybody gets fed. And I have a 1/2 cup scoop that I use. So my does get 1 scoop, or 1 cup, sorry. Kits obviously get unlimited. And my buck gets 1/2 cup of feed, pellets a day. And then, of course, everybody gets unlimited hay. A bench that I use, my kids stand on it to pet the rabbits, and I use it to sit down and check people and, not people, I guess, rabbits out. This old chest I got at an auction for $1. It's in rough shape, it's duct taped and everything else, but it works great for my hay. Again, to keep the mice out and help with that. My winter stash of birch and willow sticks for the rabbits. A bucket full of tools. Need a push broom to clean it out every now and again. The reason I use a push broom in here is it creates less dust than a traditional broom. Like, I still use a small traditional broom for smaller areas, but a push broom creates less dust. This is an old hoe that I found on our property here, and I use it to, because it's Saskatchewan, to scrape off frozen urine, or if something happens to fall behind the trees, I use it to scrape out under there, or underneath the cages here if something falls under there. It's easier to scrape it out with that. Couple kennels for transporting rabbits to and from, and then just the boxes of miscellaneous enrichment things or resting pads. There's a couple resting mats, a couple different ones I'm trying out. My rabbits chewed the crap out of these ones, so I don't know if I'll get those again. And a few different enrichment things I thought I would try out. And I make these too for the buns. That's just hay with some little twigs and shoved in there. They get such a kick out of it. Hello. And in this is an old homemade box. It's kind of falling apart, but I got free, is straw. Straw breaks down better in the gardens. So I like to use, in the summer, I use wood shavings for in the trays to help with the odor. But I also like to use straw in the nest boxes, because just to prevent less waste for the hay. I still put some hay in the nest boxes, but I primarily use wood shavings and straw. And some extra rest mats, a thing of disinfectant, hand sanitizer, in case somebody's sick and I don't want them touching anything else. Here is a spare, there you can see it better. This is one of our spare hay feeders. I really am quite happy with how they work and how well they hold hay. It's just a couple of my rabbits are just like to make a mess. So that's what that's about. My lights, I knocked that one out and lost the clip, but my lights, I read, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm going to believe it, that if rabbits have access to 12 to 14 hours of daylight a day, they are easier and more willing to breed. They'll have better litter, or larger litters and whatnot. And for $60 off of Amazon, I just put on a timer for vehicles, for outdoor use, or Christmas lights, whatever, and ran the extension cord outside, and I don't even have to worry about turning lights on and off in here. And of course temperature, because I'm always curious. We see what we're running for temperature outside, or out here. We're usually, with this many, I got 9 kits, 3 young does, and a buck, And it typically runs about 5 degrees warmer in here than outside. Couple tools that I like. I use this for scraping feces or urine off of trays or cages. Very, very handy. I don't know if you guys have wasps where you're from, but we have wasps here. I just put them in one of these fake things in all my sheds. Hangs there year round. Haven't had an issue since. Let's see, what else is there? Yeah, I got some extra pails and totes of things that I use either for butchering or processing or just hauling extra things around. These are my gambrels my husband made up for me. This is just some, I think, 1-inch PVC pipe. And then he just punched a couple holes in there. Got this wire off of Amazon. Came with these little clips. And he just put it in the vise and snugged them all up. Quite handy. I really like them. Yeah, I saw the same thing on Etsy with metal here, but they do not deliver to Canada. So those are my garbage pails for processing. And then my bucket of, got some fluffers up there. My bucket of diatomaceous earth. So I'll put the bun in here every few months, or if somebody has issues, give them a little dirt bath, dust bath, and shake them out, and hopefully it helps with the mites or whatever is ailing them at the time. My nest boxes. Oh, this is my nest box, and I love it. I was a little worried because it's metal that it would lose heat, but it's been working great. The only change I made to it since I got it, because obviously it's bought, is I added this. When the kits were started, at 2 weeks when they started jumping out, they pestered Mum non-stop. Non-stop. So we put this thing in here and everybody seemed happier. This one, what I really like is the floor comes out. And so it's a double floor. The bottom, very bottom, is a hardware cloth. And then in between the hardware cloth, you can put straw or wood shavings and put then this on. So the kids' urine and whatnot can still drain out, or in the summer they can get airflow. But with you can have that double layer for added insulation in the winter. And when it gets down to minus 35 here, it really is helpful. Yeah, she did fantastic. This mama here had 9 kits, and a week after she had them, it went down to minus 20 Celsius, and then a few days later, minus 30, and the coldest those kits saw was minus 35, and for her first litter, all 9 lived. She was fantastic. She did great. You'll see she got a chunk of ice in here. Every now and again, if the ice freezes quickly, I'll leave a chunk of ice in there just for them. Something easier to gnaw on, because I can't be out here every couple hours to give them fresh ice. So at least it gives them something extra to chew on. It's easier to chew on the corners versus trying to chew it out of the dish, the crock. This mama loves her salt and mineral. These hooks are just from... These I got them from the supplier, but I did find the exact same ones. They're just curtain hooks. They're from Dollarama or something like that. The zip tie stick on here. Just tried something different. She doesn't like it, but whatever. When giving them sticks, I give my rabbits willow sticks. This one, I find if you leave little nubbins on there, she almost likes it better. So you can see she's gnawed the heck out of this one. Almost ready for a new one. Okay? Yeah, that's Claudette. For these J feeders, I really like the screen. Then all the dust and whatnot falls through. Highly recommend that. Other than that, I think that is the tour of the day. Yeah. And then this is also just additional storage and supplies for cats and dog and other critters around here. Fan and vents that we'll use in the summer. In this was an old granary shed. And so husband put in a big window for us to get some natural light in here, and I can crack open the window, get some cross breeze when I open up the door. It's got some cracks in the door, but I don't mind that because it lets fresh air in, and yeah, it works good for us. But yeah, that is my small rabbitry. I think that is all today. All right. Have a great one. Stay warm.